In Paris, Kentucky, a recent case has drawn attention due to its disturbing details. Base Webb, facing charges of attempted murder, was captured on surveillance video outside a Kentucky jail just a week before the incident. Webb, a former inmate serving a 3-month sentence for assault, attempted to run over 2 jail employees with his car. One of the employees narrowly escaped, while the other was injured when Webb's vehicle pinned him against a wall. During his initial court appearance, Webb's behavior escalated dramatically.
Yes.
Judge Vanessa Dixon, presiding over the case, recused herself due to her acquaintance with the targeted jail employees and her aversion to seeing Webb.
Whenever I try this case, I have any further proceedings, or I have to see you for one further second.
In a shocking turn of events, Webb spat on the judge, a move that led to further charges against him. Following this incident, Webb, along with 4 other inmates, incited a riot at the Fayette County Detention Center. During the chaos, Webb was hit with beanbag bullets and pepper balls, but continued his aggressive behavior, throwing a metal telephone box at a corrections officer.
If I were to launch this at someone 10 feet away, because this is capable of stopping that, does not mean that that is not readily capable of causing death or serious physical injury.
At his next court hearing, Webb faced additional charges related to the riot, alongside his initial counts of attempted murder. Fast forward 5 years, Webb was back in court, this time for the murder of an ex-girlfriend from nearly a decade earlier. Bria Rooney-Witz, who had been studying to become a law enforcement officer, was found murdered after a tip led to the discovery of her remains. Webb, now sporting sinister head tattoos that included a disturbing hit list, displayed erratic behavior in court. The jury ultimately convicted him of intentional murder, leading to a life sentence with the possibility of parole after 25 years. In another case from March 2014, Ryan Stone in Denver, Colorado, embarked on a violent crime spree across 5 counties. His reckless actions, including stealing vehicles, one with a child inside, and engaging in a high-speed chase, were broadcast live. The pursuit, marked by collisions and a foot chase, ended with Stone's arrest. During his trial for multiple charges, including attempted manslaughter and child abuse, Stone bragged about his notoriety and even demanded payment from news outlets for the global attention he received.
Did you know I made the news in the UK and Australia? What? Yeah, my lawyer told me I made the news in the UK and Australia. If you type in Grand Theft Auto on YouTube, my shit comes up first. Made by YouTube. So, Channel 7 News, I believe, is going to be the one that gets paid for that. Well, I'm going to contact Channel 7 News, or have you contact Channel 7 News or somebody, a lawyer. Tell me, hey, look, I want to get paid.
His attempt at remorse fell flat, and he was sentenced to 160 years in prison, with no parole eligibility for 75 years. Antonio Barbo and Nathan Pop, teenage murderers from Sheboygan County, Wisconsin, shocked the public with their brutal crime. In September 2012, the duo killed Barbo's great-grandmother, Barbara Olson, using a hatchet and a hammer. Surveillance footage showed them acting nonchalant post-murder, and they justified the crime by stating they needed money for pizza and weed.
I just want to say that I'm truly sorry for everything that happened. I truly regret every single thing that happened that day. Every single day that went by, I wish I could go back.
I tried to scare her to get money and then use force if needed.
Okay. And when you say use force if needed, was there a discussion about what type of force you might use?
An attack, I guess to kill.
Barbo later entered a no-contest plea to reduce his charge, resulting in a life sentence with the possibility of parole after 36 years.
I know I don't show my emotions much, and I myself am not sure why, but that doesn't mean I don't.
Pop received a similar sentence, but without the chance of parole until he is 45. Susan Marie Mellon's case brought significant public interest when she was exonerated after spending 17 years in prison for a crime she didn't commit. Wrongfully convicted based on false testimony, Mellon maintained her innocence throughout.
Anyway, are you sick, ill, or injured? Do you have any medical problems?
No, but I do.
Okay, I'm gonna book you. No, I'm not gonna believe. I'm talking homicide. A man was murdered. All right.
I didn't murder him.
Her exoneration in a Torrance courthouse was met with tears of joy as she embraced her family and celebrated her freedom.
The petition is granted, the judgment is vacated, the conviction is overturned, and as to Ms. Mellon, the case is dismissed.
I even wrote freedom on the bottom of my tennis shoes with a black marker because I believe I was going to be free in prison, but freedom wasn't in me. I always felt like I was free in the inside. Well, I mean, I still kind of in shock. I don't know if it still hasn't hit me. I didn't want to be bitter. I didn't want to be a miserable lifer. I knew I was going to go home.
Is that your first cell phone?
Yeah, I never had one. I don't even know how to turn it on. I'm free! Ah!
Daniel Villegas, wrongfully imprisoned for 18 years for a double homicide he didn't commit, was finally exonerated. Convicted based on a coerced confession, Villegas's case was overturned in 2014, leading to his release and subsequent trial. He was ultimately found not guilty of capital murder, marking his true freedom after 23 years behind bars.
In the District Court of El Paso County, Texas, 409th Judicial District, the State of Texas versus Daniel Villegas, number 94-0D09328. Verdict Form B. We, the jury, find the defendant Daniel Villegas not guilty of...
Nico Jenkins, who committed a killing spree in Omaha, Nebraska, displayed erratic behavior throughout his case. After a decade in a youth correctional facility, Jenkins embarked on a rampage, killing 4 individuals within 10 days. He later claimed these murders were sacrificial acts for an Egyptian god.
Like, okay, my religion of Kathoni Ashubel, that's the underworld. He was like on the mummy, the black book. So this was them, my little cousins, the one that were in the house with me. That when I got to serve the search warrant.
Right.
This was their ritual of sacrifice.
His trial was marked by erratic behavior and speech, leading to a death sentence for each murder and an additional 500-year prison term for other charges. If you enjoyed these stories, please like this video, subscribe to our channel, Courtroom Reality TV, and hit the notification bell to stay updated on our latest content. Thank you for watching.